You're posting, you're speaking, you're doing everything they told you would grow your business. So why is it not converting? Because visibility is only half the equation. Getting attention is easy. Turning that attention into clients takes strategy. VoiceLab was built to solve that. This is where front-end visibility meets back-end conversion. You learn how to get on stages, create your own platforms, and use podcasts, summits, and workshops to grow your audience and generate real leads. Then you learn what most people never build. A system that captures those leads, follows up, nurtures relationships, and turns interest into revenue. Email and newsletter strategy that actually gets responses. Workflows, not just more noise. Real connection that leads to real business. Inside VoiceLab, you are not guessing. You're learning the how. You're implementing in real time. You're building a business that works even when you are not constantly chasing attention. Because here's the truth. If you don't have visibility, no one knows you exist. If you don't have systems, nothing converts. VoiceLab gives you both, so you can stop performing for attention and start building momentum that pays you back. If you are ready to grow your authority, expand your reach, and finally turn visibility into income, join the VoiceLab. Scan the QR code, join VoiceLab Group on the School platform, and build the business that actually works.
Digital Speaker Agent will catch 5 speaker opportunities, bring them back, and help you submit each one in under 10 minutes. You can go from opportunity to submitted in 7 clicks. Here's how. Click 1, open today's opportunities. Click 2, accept an opportunity. 3, confirm acceptance. 4, open your pipeline. 5, open the event website and submission info. Click 6, activate the stage and custom Chrome extension. 7, review and submit. That's 5 done for you speaker submissions in under an hour. Click the QR code for your free 7-day trial.
Welcome to a world of unforgettable experiences and immersive marketing. Transform your events into extraordinary moments that captivate your audience. Whether it's corporate gatherings, product launches, or community celebrations, our immersive marketing solutions elevate your events to new heights. Immerse your attendees in a world of audio books and podcasts tailored to your brand. Engage their senses and leave a lasting impression. Explore the power of storytelling with our curated podcast content. From insightful discussions to entertaining narratives, we've got the perfect audio experience for your event. Ready to make your next event unforgettable? Scan the QR code now and book a complimentary immersive marketing call with our experts. Let's create memories together. Elevate your events with immersive marketing. Scan the code and let the
All right. Well, welcome back to the Pain Point Podcast. And Zoom has done the thing that Zoom does best. It is updated. It looks like we are live on Rumble and YouTube, but I don't see us on LinkedIn. But welcome back. Hey, it's the age of technology, and I've lost my backgrounds. I've lost my Zoom. I don't know about you, but if you see an issue, don't grab the tissue. Just know that you are not alone. We are here with you. And it's crazy. Zoom and LinkedIn are doing their things. They're doing their things. They've taken over on the world. But I want to bring up my great guest here. Bring her up, and Karen Thomas, in just a minute. And we're going to talk about firing your excuses, right? The best way, or the better way, that you can really work online. And I'm going to sit down with her, and she's got 40 years of proving that it's never too late to build a business. But thank you for watching the Pain Point Podcast. This is really on the level about solutions to people's virtual business pain points. Why is that? Because we are virtual beasts these days. And we need to be on the virtual space, and we need to have some tech, and we need to have some tech stacks. But it's letting you know the reality of trying to do it all yourself, trying to buy all the cool, new, shiny toys that are out, it's not going to serve you best. So going to Best Buy back in those days, yes, I'm dating myself, it's probably 20 plus years ago now, that you can't do it anymore. But if you hung out at Best Buy for hours, camped out there for the days before just to get the new tech, I was that person that bought it 6 months later. I let all the bugs get worked out, or to find out that, like Samsung had the battery that blew up. You want to know those things, and why it's important to slow down and really detach yourself and look at what are the good solutions for you and what are the best solutions for your clients and the business, and how do you stand out and shine. So we're going to get into that today. Those of you who don't know me, I'm Nicole Borghi. I'm your hostess with your mostess, and I build stages fast. What am I? Who am I? I'm an event coordinator. Basically, I run virtual events as a business. This way, you can build authority and generate leads and, add some income to that component right there. You want passion, purpose, but you definitely want profit to fuel your mission and solve for some solutions for you, your family, and those around you. This is the best way to build your brand, is to grab the mic and get on the stage, whether it's a workshop or a virtual summit. Even in virtual reality, you are the face of your brand. So come on in here, Karen. I'm going to bring you in here. And while I tweak some of this out, would you tell the audience about who you are and what you do? Because it's fascinating. We had a great conversation backstage, and I'm honored to have you as a guest today.
Well, thank you, Nicole, so much for having me. It is an honor to address and bring value to you and your community. A little bit about me is that I was a little corporate assistant, working in the corporate world. And just like every other 20-year-old that's married and bought the house, we were starting a family. And when I had my first baby, we were stunned when she was born with a birth defect. When I went back to work after maternity leave, my job decided that they laid me off for whatever reason that they didn't really give, but they were justified in doing. And I automatically then became a stay-at-home mom with a special needs baby and no way to pay for anything. We were a 2-paycheck family. How many out there are 2-paycheck families? All of a sudden, you're not planning to lose that paycheck, you lose it. So my health insurance covered the baby, and so not only did I lose my paycheck, we now had to pay the bill for the health insurance. And I'm going to tell you, it's been 44 years since that happened to me. I've become an expert at making money from home, but the cost of insurance is still just as drastic today as it was back then, when you're having to pay for it and don't have choices. So,
yeah, absolutely. It's a little hard to say, hey, what do I have the choice that I can do this? And you can't control your life and you can't support your family without that. And that's what has made so many entrepreneurs get out there and say, hey, we've got to focus on our family. We've got to support our family. How do we do it? We're workaholics from generations ago, and we're trying to fix and solve for a solution continuously. It can be a little bit stressful, but entrepreneurship and family are stressful anyway. And so now you're lining both components. One has to support the other, and if they don't, it's cyclical and you start to fall apart. But this is the great thing about meeting a person like yourself and having this conversation. Really, so when people look at this getting online, and I want to see it a little bit about what you do here, and we'll get into that and all the goodies and the great things that you're sharing with people, but it is the sense of as being creative to find the solution, go wherever you need to go, and finding that solution. And how many people are out there, so many people that I work with in the audience, and I'm sure you've met so many in networking and in different places and in your business, they're sitting on decades of experience. They have the job. It's 2026. Corporate America is letting you go. So if you're not getting out and escaping now, they're just going to change it for you. It's just like Zoom. You're going to have no control over it. And how willing are you able to give yourself some type of strategy or plan as much as you can before you get eliminated, or before you get so stressed out you just walk out the door like I did. Not a good idea. But the other thing is you have this experience. We want to bring some light into the situation, that there is something for you. There's that light at the end of the tunnel to do a business online. So how many of these people are sitting on decades of experience and thinking it's too late, it's too expensive, I can't break the family cycle, or it's in the history of my family, it's in my DNA. Let's just get to the simplicity of something. If we can kind of break it down a little bit, that it's not too late, and there's a few steps that people can do to get online and work a business.
Oh, absolutely. It is never too late. The thing that I do know is that there are opportunities at every age. There is no person out there that there is not an opportunity that you can do to bring income from your home, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, whether you're a senior, whether you're a student, whether you're building a business and in the pockets where you just say, I need income, but you don't have the billable clients yet. There are things that you can do outside of what you're building to just generate income. And those are the types of layers of income that we need to have as an entrepreneur, not just the business or the thing we're trying to build initially that is our passion, but also the pockets and the either the investments or the ways that if the car broke down tomorrow and needed $1,000, how could you generate $1,000 to pay for it if you did not have the plastic to put it on? Or the way to pay that plastic back.
Right. Well,
So,
that's just it. We're at the societal part of like, hey, there's that plastic is there. We grew up with that, and eventually we'll pay it off because we have the job to do it. But what are some things that people can do to say, hey, I can start doing this for maybe a low cost or no cost. I could start doing this today, or at least researching something so they
mhm.
have some type of idea.
Well, the thing is AI is going to displace a lot of jobs. So the thing is learn AI and let it work for you. AI can also bring you income because if you understand it and you don't just say, oh, I can't do that. I mean, I'm pushing 70. And all through my life of serving women, I saw so many people become hermits because they did not want to tackle learning how to use the things that changed, the technologies that came out. And for a lot of us, you know, VHS and CDs, and, that was major breakthroughs. I remember my first husband's first portable phone was this big.
They were
It was
happy.
this big,
They were
and
so happy.
he thought he was really something. He was using it, and then he got the first bill because it was paid by the minute, and he didn't realize how those minutes go by when you have the gift of gab. And his
Oh.
first bill with this portable phone was $700, and he said, "Ooh, I can't use that." It's funny because we can laugh at that. Now, most of us have unlimited calling on our portable phones that are this big. But I remember those days. And the thing is when you embrace that no matter what comes along, that you can learn it. What I have accepted is that it takes me a little longer to wrap my head around some of the things that are being done today because I didn't grow up with this. As a woman growing up back in the 50s, selfies and self-promotion was not was not a good feature, or was not a skill that you really did unless you were using it as we know a lot of women use it to become the trophy wife or to get to that place to have something. But most of us want to have something that we earn because we're smart, because that we actually put it together and made it work.
Well, absolutely. And I think that the thing to realize is guys, I'm not going to apologize for saying this. I've been saying this for years. Let's get over it. We have to use it. We have to use it. It's low cost, it's no cost. And I teach as a chairwoman of confronting domestic violence. I share with other people. And when I first built my stage, my very first stage was in virtual reality. And part of that was training with people, not only domestic violence victims, to grab the mic and share their story, but the importance on navigating social media in a professional manner. So you're not giving all your details and your drama away. That's not healthy for anybody. But if you still want to stay pretty private, you don't want to give everything away. We do have to understand that cameras are everywhere. Use them to your advantage. If you're going to be filmed, if this is your 5, 10, 15 minutes of fame at all time, somebody's got a Ring doorbell in town, you're being filmed, whether you like it or not, and it's getting shared. So when we get past that point and say, how can I take advantage of this? How can I use this to work my business? So we're in a posting party. I'm part of a posting party for LinkedIn. And what I like about that is it gives us engagement. You need to have a couple of days of you're engaging. You need to have that post needs to engage. If you want people to engage with you, you have to engage with them. If you don't do that, this is our social makeup. If you're a live person, I want to go meet people next door. Nobody's telling you you can't do that. Nobody's taking that away from you. We have the ability right now, just this moment, maybe not 20 years from now with the way things are going and what we're letting go get out of control. What we can do is we can control what's happening right now. And where can we control that? So if you put that to a side and start using, how can I use digital for good? How can I use virtual reality? How can I use virtual stages? You can use it for your messaging. So every time you're in a networking event, grab the mic. If you can get into a posting party, maybe those aren't your clients. It's gonna move the algorithm. 15 minutes twice a week, 30 minutes twice a week, 10 minutes a day. If you're in these groups, respond, put it on your calendar and detach the emotion from it and realize how it's pushing your business. It's just like when I started networking and I came out of a corporate structure into Las Vegas, and it was always cocktail parties, and thank goodness for it, because these people were just dry, very boring people. They all wanted to throw their cards at you. It was the end of the salesperson era where everybody wanted to get to know you and talk to you. And wanted you part of the group. They just wanted to really be robotic and sell real estate, corporate real estate, or something that not everybody was going to find anyway. But there was no creativity to the connection. It was not methodical at all. There was no understanding. And this is about somebody that has experience. So when we understand that those tools are there, and that's why this podcast was born, the pain point of the virtual space, you have solutions like a website, you have solutions like social media. If you detach from that and say, okay, I'm going to use this for marketing, this is my budget, whether you decide to hire someone or not, you still need to have a leader still needs to have some type of understanding. If you're a stay-at-home mom, if you're just starting in your business, know that you can schedule this. It's time management, and just respond with more than 7 words or so. And don't just put nice hair or nice shirt. You still want to engage because it's going to move that and different people are going to see it. What you're doing is you're taking advantage of the algorithm and you're getting more publicity. So the more engagement you get, the more marketing you get. So if you use it that way and you think, oh, it's a methodical thing, and then you can have time when you situate that, you have time for connection. So when people are working at home, what do they do? What sets you aside? There's a lot of work at home. There's a lot of entrepreneurship. What is different for you that you started this? You've been doing this for a while, and that's why I love having you on here and talking to you about this, is because you've actually done the thing, right? You've done it. You've experienced. You've been part of it.
Exactly.
What is it that you're giving people to do? Are you telling them to make 20 calls a day? Are you telling them they gotta put 100 of their closest friends that they never talk to, or 6,000 of their bestie Facebook friends that are all the Prince of Africa in their DMs? Are you telling them to reach out to these people and just push it? Are you saying, here's a thing that you can do? What is that kind of thing? What does it look like when somebody gets on a call with you and works with you and goes, okay, there's actually something here. I'm not just selling a post in the newspaper.
Well, I've locked arms with leaders in the different platform areas. Uh, we work with training people in how to market themselves. If you are on, if you've never done TikTok, how do you master TikTok? Or maybe you'd want to take your products on TikTok Shop. The thing is I locked arms with the leaders in doing business on TikTok, on Etsy, on selling on Amazon. There's 3 different platforms that you can market and work with making money on Amazon that are available to the average person or the average entrepreneur as a fill-in or a residual to what they're already building. The thing is you have to lock arms with the other leaders in these kinds of formats so that you can learn from them and how to apply it in your own marketing in your own business. Using AI, learning how to use Chat GBT, learning how to make these videos. Videos is the #1 avenue right now that all the platforms are pushing. So learning how to do them, either putting your face up front or putting, other scenery and doing words on it, creating, AI stories. Now you can create so much stuff. And there's so many different platforms that do these things. How do you know which ones are good? Well, when you work with the leaders who are already doing and making content, and they are teaching you what they use, they're always trying different tools. They can guide you so that you don't waste your time and energy, and they will work. We lock arms with working with each other and getting our content made, because learning how to market is always going to be changing. Markets are always going to be changing, and how we do it is always going to be changing. What you learn today is pretty much going to be obsolete in probably another 2-3 months. So
It is.
being part of a platform and a community of people who have decided that they want to share how they do stuff and support you in bringing your message for your business to people on whatever platform that you decide. And the thing is they teach us how to take different parts of content and break it up and repurpose it. And
Yeah.
we help each other.
I love that, because it's you need that group. Stop doing it yourself, right? That's a great message, because you're looking to build community. You already feel like you failed because you don't have the job, you lost the job, you had to leave the job for whatever reason. COVID happened. That was my great escape. I had to get out of a 20-year career. So you already feel alone. That you're like, I'm just going to do it all myself. Well, that's great to a point. Yes, you can. However, at some point, you're going to need support. You're a solopreneur. You really need to be an entrepreneur. Don't do it by yourself. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. If it's a cost issue, that's a little bit different. But find one thing to start with that you can get good at, right? So you start to understand, just like we're doing today. We're on a podcast. We're live. LinkedIn is now up. It's showing up. It wasn't showing up going from my page. So I had to go through the back on Restream. So I found that not everybody's going to want to do that. So I'm here in support if people want those tech issues and somebody that can understand and articulate, or just fix it. So you can be on the stage and shine and have a foundation. That's what you do. You're going to share with people a group of people that they can work with, or which group that they can work with to create the content, or which shop to go to. It's so much out there, and we try. It's the theory of everything YouTube, and everybody's an expert. Are you really? You have to kind of do the thing, and you have to have conversation with people, because a 30-second clip on YouTube is not going to give you all the information you need. It's just to seed you into the larger form content so you can do a little bit more research, right? So getting in there. But I do want to talk about, we had to trying to fix the video. So I want to do a little bit of housekeeping. You guys, there are some upcoming events through the Voice Lab. We are having Summer Dia Silva. I'm loving this because she's coming up and she's going to be doing we're doing a master class, and it's called 10x Your Visibility on LinkedIn. She is the person that connected the two of us, Karen and I. We got connected through her group. We do the posting parties with her. She is the LinkedIn expert. She's my go-to expert on how this works, and she makes it really simple. So we all look good. It's all about community building, but we're not just blanketing posts, spraying and praying. It's making it a better connection tool in this trust deficit time. It's connecting us not only through the posting party, and we get to kind of learn about people's posts by reading about them and the clients that they serve. We also get to learn more about them through the community and the networking. So there's a huge live component to it. The other two that are coming up is Pay Yourself Like a CEO, and that's with Shannon Simmons. She's going to talk about financial stuff, money, making money, saving money, paying yourself, right? Paying yourself first. So we're looking at that. This is all catered to entrepreneurs, especially on the Voice Lab, but it is also free to attend. If you are a non-member, I've opened it up to the public. It's very important for you to get this information. And the creator of the Digital Speaker Agent app, Glenn Friesman, is going to be there on Monetize Your Microphone. It's all about getting on the stage, getting paid as a speaker. So that information's in there. I've also got Karen's information. So let's get back to the questionings. So we've talked about the low cost and no cost. I can't afford to start a business. What am I looking at? This entrepreneur thing. And I know there's people out there, hey, I hear you. If you've been in business 20, 30 years, it takes money to make money. But when you lose a career like I did, or like Karen did, where I was just after 20 years, I was forced out of my job because I wouldn't get a job. So I had to pivot, and I was trying to create a strategy and structure. I had no idea who to talk to. Or how to have a good conversation. I couldn't own my way to a business. So, how did I get that? I needed some strategy and structure so I can really put that positive mindset into place and that emotional intelligence and serve my clients. How do I serve my community, and by serving myself as well on that? So absolutely understandable. But if somebody is listening at this point, they're over 40, carrying a lifetime of experience, and they're really in that safe self-doubt, because we're all, everything in the world is ending right now, yesterday, 12 years ago, and tomorrow, all at the same time. And you've got the weight of that on your shoulders, the weight of the family. If you're already in business and you've got that self-doubt and you're an entrepreneur, because there's a lot that's going on, they're getting guidance, and you've talked about this before. Do people get on a call with you, and are you going to guide them into where's the best place for them to start, instead of just giving them everything? So it's like even more overwhelming and they just quit on themselves.
Well, the thing about it is that the leaders that I've locked arms with have created training programs in all kinds of different areas, with the marketing, with income streams as well. Some that you don't even have to talk to anybody. You can make money just doing writing gigs. They've researched and they put it all together. But what I work with is talking and trying to narrow it down so we have a game plan, whether they want to come at the individuals for making money or for marketing what they're already doing, because the different programs are overwhelming. There's over 75 programs that we have already done trainings in, and with all the Zoom meetings, that you are never alone. And that's the beauty of it, is you can come to a Zoom meeting and ask questions of these leaders that are actively doing stuff every day with the current algorithm, with the current guidelines. Things are always changing. And when you buy a program that's a video training, it's already obsolete pretty much by the time it's launched. But having the leaders that are always updating the programs and updating and available for question and answers for your specific business is priceless. And when we can make that at such a reasonable cost as a subscription of $25 a month, that you have access to myself and 15 other leaders that are going to help you in your marketing and publishing a book, because most people use a book to get on stage. A book isn't to make money these days, it's to get people and have a reason to have something to talk about and give away. So what we're talking about with posting parties and getting your face out there, and you associated as an expert for the solution that you bring, because nobody cares about you until they know how much you care about them. I can't hear you, Nicole.
Oh, I think I hit both my mics. All right. I am mute happy. All right. Too many ways to mute. So yeah, there was some noise outside. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to mute everything. You know, it is true. You have to, there is a point of caring, and then there's the point of caring too much, right? So if you care enough that you're out there and you're speaking, if you're not providing solutions every time you can grab a mic, even on a podcast, if you can't provide a tip, if you can't provide a giveaway, and I've got Karen's information in the chat, so really reach out to her and connect to her online. Just check out her website. I'll add her LinkedIn in here as well. But you know, you need to talk to the experts. You need to have that conversation. You need to get in the room. That's part of the disconnect when we think we're going to DIY everything ourselves. If you can't have that connection, like, oh my gosh, I need to ask this question, you don't know that you failed, or you do go, oh my gosh, I'm failing, or I just realized that maybe I need to pivot this and my business is changing. You need to talk to somebody. Hey, did you know this? Maybe you've got something that you learned that's changed, and you need to share that with a group so you could share it with other people. If you don't speak up, if you don't get in the room, then it's not helping yourself, and you're not serving the community. It's huge to serve the community, and you serve your clients better when you have the education and the tools and the knowledge of how to use the thing. There's so many people that get online and they're like, I don't have anybody in my events. Nobody's engaging with my post. Well, are you engaging with theirs? Are you
Exactly.
overwhelmed? Are you just posting? I know so many people, I got to post 12 times a day. I got to post. It moves the algorithm, but they don't engage. There's no engagement. What's the point? If nobody's seeing the post, if nobody's liking it, nobody's engaging, then it's not helping. There's no reason to do that. So what are you getting? So when those emails go out, what are you getting? What are you seeing? How are people connecting with you? So you've got to take that into consideration as having conversations with someone like yourself, Karen, and saying, hey, we've got to do the thing here, and get together. And you're on a united front, and this is how you serve the community. This is really, if you're truly passionate, you want to make change, you build the community. And there's ways to build the community even on the virtual space, that helps you to thrive and to market. Anytime you get in a community, people learn about you, what you're doing, about your product. If you're in the room, you can subscribe. People can subscribe to your channel because they want to get to know you. Hey, I want to connect with you, Karen. What's your LinkedIn? And I'll go there, and in the posting party, I'll subscribe to your channel. And this is how that works. And then you go, oh, now I get another subscriber that I didn't have to buy. It's going to cost me a little less in the long run, right? So it's looking at those from a different angle to really say, hey, I can do the thing. And it's not just, and it's low cost. And people are getting in there and they can go, okay, I can get my feet wet. Here's the direction I want to get. And you're going to help them. Like, are you going to help them when they get on the phone, give them like a little bit of like, hey, just here's a soft landing. Here's a place to start. Here's where we start with thing one.
Exactly. What's the challenge? And then we can find the training program that can help you start learning how to solve it. And the biggest part that I am excited about with all of the leaders that we have locked arms together is that things are always changing, and they are investigators in all the new, so that you don't have to do it. You don't have to evaluate every new product. Our leaders are going to do it from their vast knowledge of how things need to work for creating content. Because if you're in business, creating content and learning how to connect with people, whether it's through the social medias or in having conversations, there's training programs in how to have the conversations. But you get in a community of people that if you want opinions like, hey, does this color look good on me, or does this color look good on me? I'm getting ready to go on a stage. Which outfit? You have people you can ask that aren't judging, but can help you be your best self in your presentation to your community or your clients or where you want to go going forward. It's all about growing together. And it's about having a place that you can trust the information. In this
100%.
right, in this advertising world, most of the advertising takes a little bit of truth and blows it up so big that you think that you're going to be making 7 figures just by buying their product.
Well, that's so true. And herein lies the problem is the Facebook ads and the people that do the marketing and want to do an ad for you, the majority of them are trying to sell you like you're corporate, right?
Mm-hmm.
They want to sell you a top dollar ad just so they can feed and do a test run on 2 or 3 ads, which is thousands of hundreds of thousands of dollars to reach out to people just to find your audience. And some of them don't even take account of the research that you've done and the audience that you're looking to participate with. And some of them do no research at all. So where do you start? You start with building your community, curating a community, and working with a community that's going to support you. So we're finalizing here. I mean, it's this is great to talk because, it's just even if LinkedIn had um, excuses on their profiles, right? What would be the top 3 endorsements people would give them? And it's just this habit that people can find instead of excuses. We want to problem solve. You problem solve for yourself, you problem solve for your others, and then you problem solve for your clients. But you're doing it in a marketing way, in a professional way, where you're not patronizing people and telling them what to do. You're showing them, you're helping them, and you're not pushing your opinion on them and telling them how much better you are. So we want to be in a community. When we're in service, we're in service. We want to look at it from a marketing angle. And that's what I love about what you do is that shows caring, is being kind. You're not nice. It's more of the kindness of being professional and understanding boundaries. I think this is so great conversation that we have today. I'm going to let you in any last takeaways. I've got all your information in here that you'd like to share with the audience.
Just be a student. My mother was a teacher, and the greatest thing you can do is be a student your entire life. Because no matter what your age, you always have something you can learn that you can expand on or that you can teach somebody else.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. Thank you so much. All the information's in the chat, you guys. Hopefully we can ask the Zoom gods later to get over their updating yet one more time and move forward. Thank you so much for the conversation. Reach out to Karen, get on a call with her, look at what she's got to offer, because even if you are an entrepreneur and you have some clients, making a little extra cash, is a good thing. And having other streams of income is a very positive thing for you. And maybe you do it just one day a week and you just start concentrating. It's going to move your business in other ways. And you're going to really learn how to get out there, learn how to market. That's a very important part of this. So thank you so much for Karen. Great conversation today.